Paul was addicted to his phone. His eyes were always glued to the screen, whether he was working at the office or watching reels at home, until late at night. He was trapped in his own four walls, and his life was becoming as small as his phone screen. He often asked Google how to be happy, but he was so caught up in the web of technology that he couldn't escape the cycle of sadness, even if he wanted to. One day, on his way home from work, he was feeling very lonely and lost. Suddenly, he received a message from an unknown number. "Look up." Paul gazed up at the sky. He couldn't remember the last time he had really looked at the clouds in the open sky. He felt a sense of calm he hadn't experienced in a long time. When he was a child, his mother used to tell him, "We are never alone. God is always watching over us from the sky." Over time, Paul had forgotten his mother's words. But today, when he looked up at the sky, he felt after a long time that he was not alone, and that someone above was looking down at him. That was why he had sent him that message. He sat down on a nearby bench and gazed at the vast open sky for a long time. His small world suddenly felt so much bigger. After a long time, he felt a sense of peace that he had been searching for so long. He sent a message to the unknown number, asking who was on the other end, but he didn't receive a reply. That night, instead of wasting his time watching reels, he continued to look at the sky outside his window and had a heartfelt conversation with the divine. The next morning, when he woke up, he had a message from the unknown number.
"Sorry, I meant to send that message to someone else. I accidentally sent it to your number."
Paul smiled. He knew in his heart that this wasn't a mistake or a coincidence, but rather God's will. From that day on, whenever he felt lonely or sad, he would send himself a message to look up. He now preferred to look at the sky above rather than the screen below. Gradually, it became a habit for him to look above his head and remember God several times a day. As he found the embrace of the sky, he moved away from technology and closer to himself.